Are you ready for this? Bum, 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 bum.
No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to B-Buds. I'm Yoshi.
And hopefully we found the final witness.
Hopefully. They just add 3 more characters after this. That's Charlie, and we're back to playing some Tyrion Cuthbert. We're hopefully, yeah, like you said, last witness. We go to trial. We finish this up. We wrap it up. Nice, easy 30 minutes from here. Perfect. And they're going to see something that says 2 hours.
You follow Miss Steelwind's directions and find Miriam Frega's dorm room. The door leading inside seems a lot more ornately decorated than the other dorms. You go to knock on the door, but you don't realize that it's only partially closed. As your fist comes in contact with the wood, you accidentally push the door wide open.
How hard are you knocking on the door? Oh! Excuse me? How dare you barge into my room? These insects have no respect.
Sorry, I meant to knock, but...
Construct, remove these hoodlums from my room. Acknowledged.
From the corner of the room, an arcane construct stands up and starts making its way towards you. Before you can protest, it raises its fist to hit you. Damn.
Well, good thing I've traveled the world just for this moment. Hi-ya!
You only have enough time to raise your arms and brace yourself for the impact. You close your eyes and wait for the blow, but instead you hear the clang of steel against steel.
Ooh-ha! Ooh! Ooh!
Confused, you open your eyes and see Celeste standing between you and the construct. Her sword is drawn and she's using it to block the construct's fist.
Ugh, a commoner?
Upon taking a closer look at Celeste, the student stares curiously at her. That's curiosity.
Construct, stand down. Acknowledged. I'm terribly sorry for that. I wasn't aware that this was your servant. Oh!
Celeste looks angry, but puts away her sword without a word.
I haven't noticed you around campus. Are you a new student? If she is a personal attendant, she must be important. Or he... Is it her? What?
No, she thinks...
Oh, what?
You see an opportunity. Yes, my master just enrolled here recently.
What?
Celeste gives you a puzzled look, but you make a silent gesture back.
just like waving
Yes,
her hand.
hand.
Yo, go.
Yes, hand. After a moment, she seems to realize what you're doing.
Yes, I just started here. I take it you're Miriam Frega? Yes, I'm honored that you recognize me. Name, Miriam Frega, occupation student. Hello, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss... I'm Celeste. Celeste
She catches herself and pauses for an awkward moment.
Steelwind! I'm Celeste Steelwind!
You can't believe her. There's no way she's going to believe.
Steelwind? It's a pleasure to meet another member of such an esteemed house. She must be from a branch family. Maybe I can use her?
Wait, she's actually buying this?
I just moved in, and I thought that I should introduce myself.
Whose perspective is the menu from? Do we believe her?
Seeing as you're a top student in the field of conjugation.
Conjuration.
Right, yes.
Well, there's no backing out now. Miss Frega, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions about...
Excuse me, I don't believe anyone has permitted you to speak.
Oh, here we go. Celeste is still smiling, but you can faintly hear her grinding her teeth together.
So, we heard about what happened to Professor Bellwether? I can't believe it. Yes, it's quite tragic what happened to her. She has always been an acquaintance of House Frega.
She appears to be more receptive to her Celeste.
What do you mean appears?
Yeah, it might be better just to let her take the lead in the questioning.
Oh no!
I don't have to speak.
We heard that you saw her on the day of the murder. Could you tell us more about what happened? Oh, you heard about that from your relative, did you? If you don't mind me asking, why are you so interested? She's not like Arya, is she? I'm just curious is all. You know how uneventful life can be sometimes. Being a noble and all. Being rich.
All right, tone it down.
Silence! Oh, is that all? I was worried you were going down the same path as that poor, confused Arya.
What does she mean by that?
But I'm in the middle of a study break anyways. I suppose I have some time to sate your curiosity. Construct, please prepare us some tea. Use that lotus tea we imported from the Eastern Kingdoms. She could be useful if I can win her favor. Acknowledged. Lotus tea? You have lotus juice?
You feel like you're slowly losing control of this situation.
I heard that you saw the professor on the day of the murder. I'm just imagining, like, Tyrion in, like, behind Frigga,
No
Miriam's
car,
back.
giant
Like,
car.
where did this happen? I was in the hallways when I saw her coming out of the headmaster's office. She was heading towards the library. Do you remember what time this happened? I'm not really sure, honestly. It's a little embarrassing, but I have a bad habit of getting too absorbed in my work. Sometimes I'll let entire hours pass by without noticing.
Do you have a rough idea, at least?
You lean so far back from the microphone. I think it was in the morning.
She thinks it was in the morning.
I could have been any time if she said morning. That
Could
goes
be
from
too.
6 a.m. to 2 p.m. But anyways, did anything seem off about her? No, it was a short encounter. I merely greeted her, and she responded in kind. Or at least that's what should have happened.
That thought just now. What does it mean? You slowly glance at Celeste and catch her attention.
Use the eye. What are you talking about?
In small motions, you shake your head to indicate that Miriam is holding something back.
How would you do that? How would you figure... Were you and the professor really on good terms? I heard she was pretty mean towards the other students. Towards the riffraff, maybe, but not to students like us. She was a great ally to House Freyga. Or at least she used to be. That's why we were planning on appointing her as the new headmaster. Wait, what did you just say? Did you just say that your family was going to appoint Bellwether as the new headmaster? Oh, I'm surprised you didn't know. House Freyga holds several seats on the Academy's board. We were making plans to have her replace that lout, Redmond.
They were going to sack the headmaster?
Did Headmaster Redmond know about this? Oh, of course not. This was part of a large-scale plan. Along with Redmond, we were also going to replace all of the staff members with arcane constructs. We had to keep everything under wraps, or else the help would have left prematurely. And where does that leave us?
But John supposedly overheard Bellwether talking about the constructs.
A little bit closer if you're going to be so quiet.
Did Bellwether prematurely reveal the plan, or was Jan lying about how he found out?
But, alas, with Bellwether gone, we'll have to delay our plans. Bellwether's plan, replace everyone with constructs. But Jan mentioned it a few weeks ago. So, we heard that Arya took your rapier as evidence for the case. Can you believe her? She still won't give it back to me. My father will have my head if I can't get it back soon. How did it even become part of the investigation anyways? I don't know. Arya won't tell me anything. I swear, if that necromancer was the one who stole it, I'll execute him myself. So, someone did steal it from you? Yes, right out of my room. When did this happen? About a few weeks ago. I noticed when I came back from one of my classes. Someone removed the rapier from its display case in my room.
How did they get into your room in the first place?
Do you think someone used magic to teleport past the door? Please, I'm a master of conjuration magic. If someone attempted that, my enchantments would have shunted them out.
That means the thief came through one of the doors or windows.
I bet it was that necromancer. I'm sure a street child like him just knows how to pick a lock. I'm angry. I've heard that you're one of the Academy's top students. Your grades must be amazing. Of course, as an inheritor of House Frege, my grades are impeccable. It feels good to have my greatness recognized.
That's strange. You don't see anything contradictory through the eye this time. You make a gesture towards Celeste to continue pressing her.
What kind of magic do you study here? You must be joking. I study magic from the School of Conjuration, just like most members of my house. The School of Conjuration. That's the type of magic that specializes in spatial manipulation and teleportation, right? Yes, I consider myself quite the expert in that field.
One might even call it my arcane art.
Why, the Crown Prince himself has asked for assistance in a research study. It's nice to work with someone of my caliber.
Again, you don't see any thoughts that contradict what she's saying. Does that mean she's not lying? If she's smart enough to get the Crown Prince's attention, why would she be cheating?
You said something about my wayward relative before. Were you talking about Arya? I'm terribly sorry if I offended you, but I'm sure it must pain you to see the way that she's been acting lately. Yes, it's been extremely hard.
Hang in there, Celeste.
Did you know that she even interrogated me about the murder yesterday? Can you believe it? A Sylvan running around a crime scene like a common knight. Why, if I tried something like that, my father would disown me.
Does the nobility not approve of Steelwind becoming a prosecutor?
Tyrion, I'm about to... Tyrion, oh my god.
You always thought that it was strange. What is motivating her to do this? I wonder if she has the support of her family.
I don't remember if she said she had the support of her family. Maybe I should ask again. Honestly, she probably thinks she can do anything just because of her betrothed. Aster deserves better.
Celeste's eyes perk up upon hearing this. You'd be lying if you weren't also curious about who this Aster is. But you shoot her a stern look that tells her she should stay focused. Tells her to stay focused. You can't risk blowing your cover for some gossip.
Is it? It's just asking about it. I don't know.
Well, she should know who the betrothed of her family member is.
You have an arcane construct in your room. I thought they only had them in the library and the locker room. This construct was a gift from House von Sanctus. I have to say, they're quite convenient to have around. They look really cool. Maybe I should get one. You should. A construct would be far more useful than this attendant of yours. Why am I angry? This is really funny. Unfortunately, there are still some issues with their intelligence. Their intelligence? There are issues when you give them complex commands. It might be easier to show you.
Miriam turns to the construct and begins gesturing towards it.
Construct, please retrieve my textbooks and bring them here. Then cast Steelwind Strike at this location. After that, retrieve some plates and set them out at this table. Acknowledged. What?
The construct stands up and retrieves Miriam's textbooks from one of the shelves in the room. It brings them to the table you're sitting at, just like she ordered. But then it suddenly stops moving.
Wait, what happened? The construct obviously can't cast Steelwind Strike, so my second command was impossible to carry out. But did you notice something else? It ignored your third command, too. Correct, my third command was possible to carry out. So why did it ignore that command? Constructs execute a series of commands in the order that they are given. But let's say one of those tasks is impossible to complete. Then the construct gets to that task, it will deem their entire series impossible to complete. As a result, it will stop executing the series altogether. So if a task in a series of commands is impossible, then that command will interrupt the series of sequence of commands. Exactly. Construct logic limitation. Add to your notes. Lady
Steelwind.
That's me.
I'm afraid we must leave now if we were to make our next engagement.
Oh, right. Let's go, servant. Oh, leaving already? It was a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, sure. I hope to see you around.
You make your way back to the foyer with Celeste. With all the time you've spent, you only have a brief amount of time before night falls.
Oh my god, is there 3 nights to this trial? Please don't. Are you sure you didn't want to talk to her more? We were getting a lot out of her.
We already got a lot of useful information out of her. The more time we spend with her, the more likely she is to see through our ruse.
Right.
So, why Steelwind?
I don't know, I panicked. Arya's like the only noble I know. That and Pierce.
What about Pierce?
I'm not using that creep's name.
Well, hopefully Steelwind doesn't mind us borrowing her name.
Yeah, we got her statement on what she saw that day.
And there's also what she said about her rapier.
I bet she was lying when she said it was stolen. She was probably trying to establish an alibi.
I'm not so sure.
Why do you say that?
Doesn't it feel too obvious? If she was lying about the rapier being stolen, that would imply she planned all of this in advance. But if she had to choose a murder weapon, why would she choose something that literally has her name on it? I'd understand if the murder was a spur-of-the-moment decision. She might have just used something nearby in this case. But if this was a premeditated murder committed by Miriam, that rapier would be the last weapon she would choose. She might use a transmutation spell, in fact.
Right. Or maybe something like Magic Blade.
Or Blighto. Oh no! I've learned it!
Right, I guess that makes sense.
There's also the evidence of academic dishonesty. It doesn't match up with what we heard from Miriam.
You mean all that stuff about working with the Crowned Prince? She was probably just making things up to look good in front of me.
I have an insight when it comes to things like this. Under normal circumstances, I can usually tell when someone is lying. And a lie as grandiose as that would be something I would definitely see through. People can subconsciously shield themselves from the Eye of Oru, even if they don't know about it. But when they do that, you usually can't see any thoughts from them. You also saw that she was lying about her encounter with Bellwether. You would have seen dissonant thoughts if she was lying about her grades.
So someone was trying to blackmail her or set her up with a fake blackmail scheme. Well, I guess I'll trust your insight. But what does this mean?
I don't know. Even with everything we found, I'm still not sure who the real culprit is. At the very least, I think we should still try to pull Miriam onto the stand.
Well, I think it might be the headmaster framing Miriam to...
framing Wallace.
Yeah, so that Wallace comes out on top.
If she testifies in court, I might be able to find something I can use. But that's a big maybe. If you don't play your cards right, you might spook the Fregas enough for them to pay off the judge.
I couldn't get paid off. I don't even know what money is.
Money?
Either way, it's getting late. We'll probably have to turn in soon.
Yeah. You just hope you did enough to acquit Wallace.
Like to save your progress. Oh my god. Oh, we're going to the courtroom. It's been 20 minutes.
Okay, I wasn't
no
sure.
Way.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, if we were chumps. Oh, we're back.
Lord. Oh, Lord. Court is now resumed for the trial of Wallace Nightgrave. Let us review the proceedings from yesterday. It was revealed that the trace of necromancy may have not been left by the defendant. It may have been left by a witness who used necromancy to attempt to heal the victim. However, the victim was seen by the witness well after her time of death. This could only be explained by the defendant using necromancy to animate the victim's body. This leaves the question, where did the murder take place? Does the prosecution have an answer for this?
Based on the testimonies of several witnesses, it is very likely that the murder took place in the library.
Interesting. What led you to this conclusion, Ms. Steelwind?
First, I'd like to remind the court where the victim was sighted before the body was found. It began when the victim had a meeting with the headmaster near the center of the building. Here in the past, our meeting was scheduled for 12 p.m. This is Tyrion Cuthbert's testimony, by the way. According to my schedule for that day, our meeting lasted for an hour. This brings us to the statement of the next witness, a student at the academy. This student saw the victim walking in the hallways. I saw her coming out of the headmaster's office. Oh, I'm here to pass as well. She was heading towards the library. Which means that our first witness saw Bellwether leave the headmaster's office. Presumably, this would have happened after her meeting there. That would time this encounter at around 1 p.m. The other event is the discovery of the body, which was when Valentina Ianus contacted security. I suddenly spotted the professor lying in a pool of blood in the classroom. Valentina used a communication device to call for help while I tried to save her. As we've already established, this event occurred at 3:04 p.m., but the significance of this time is in what occurred before the body was discovered. The second witness, a member of the cleaning staff, spotted the victim in the West Wing hallway. Bellwether knocked over a vase, and there were shards and dirt everywhere. It was probably 20 to 30 minutes before the twins found the body. This means that this encounter must have happened no later than 2:30 p.m. And this implies that the victim was near the library between 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. According to the defendant's statements, he was in the library during this time period. Furthermore, the time of death was at 2:07 p.m.
I thought it was 2:01.
This means that Mr. Hughes saw the victim's animated body. I believe it was 2:01 because it wouldn't... Because, like, there's like an hour window of something? I don't know.
I see. Your deduction
Or
certainly
maybe it was a
tracks,
minute.
Miss Steelwind.
I thought it was 2:01 also.
What do you have to say in your defense, Mr. Cuthbert? Your defense?
Yeah, it is the defense.
It's not his
But
defense.
it is his defense.
The prosecution's argument is definitely well thought out, Your Honor. However, it is entirely predicated on the testimonies of all the witnesses involved.
Yeah, you've just figured out
Steelwind's deduction has to have a hole somewhere. And since your conversation yesterday, you've had a feeling that Miriam is hiding something. If you want to get the truth, you'll need to drag that out of her through a cross-examination. Your Honor, to test the validity of these claims, the defense would like both of these witnesses to testify. The defense calls Miriam Frege to the stand.
Oh, Miriam Frege. She's not even here.
Frege. At the mention of her name, the judge's face turns a bit pale.
I had a feeling it would come to this.
Do you have any objections, Miss Steelwind?
I do not, Your Honor.
Very well. God, please escort Lady Frege to the stand.
It's going to take a couple hours because we were not prepared. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the... You little snakes! How dare you deceive me? Oh, it looks like she found out. Yeah, we're both here at the defense stand. Oh my god. I had the opportunity to debrief the witness beforehand. Oops, I picked up her accent. Miss McCoy, for the record, I told you to exercise discretion. I did not mean that you should impersonate a member of my family. Yeah, sorry about that. I gave you all of the tea that I imported from the Eastern Kingdoms. I demand that you return it to me. No, you gave them to me. They're legally mine now.
Ahem. I'm not sure what your business with the witness is, Ms. McCoy. But I'd ask that you'd please handle your personal disputes outside of the courtroom.
I didn't start this. Anyways, Miriam, could you please testify to the court about your encounter with the victim? Very well. I'm here now at the witness stand. I was working on a research project in my dorm room when I decided to take a break. I left my room and went on a walk. That is when I saw Professor Bellwether exiting the headmaster's office. When she was walking in my direction, so I greeted her and she responded in kind. After that, she headed towards the library. A short time after that, I went back to my room and continued my work.
I see. So it was only a brief encounter.
However brief it was, the witness's testimony verifies two things. One is that Miss Frege saw the professor exiting the headmaster's office. The other is that she witnessed the victim head toward the library. This gives us a rough timeline of where the victim was before her death.
That does seem consistent. Did Bellwether really enter the library that day? You feel like you would have seen her there if she did. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
Press. Was this research project a part of your schoolwork?
It was an independent study to develop a new conjuration spell formula. The project is being sponsored by the Crown Prince himself. Is she engaged to the Crown Prince?
Almost certainly, right?
I wasn't aware that he was involved in such a study. Of course you wouldn't. Did you expect to know every aspect of his life, dear Arya?
You sense a bit of aggression.
If you don't keep an eye on him, House Frege might just steal him back from you. As if His Highness would align himself with your rapacious family. Ha! Our banking houses form the economic infrastructure of our kingdom. But perhaps he'll come to the Steel Winds if he needs to clear a den of goblins.
With all due respect, may we please focus on the matter at hand?
Of course, Your Honor.
And you're sure you saw her exit the headmaster's office?
Yes, I remember it clearly. I was surprised that she was still meeting with the headmaster at all.
She must be talking about how they were plotting to replace him.
Did you interact with the professor at all, Miriam?
Did anything seem off about her?
I guess my question wasn't answered. No, but it was a very short encounter. It's not as if we stopped to have a conversation.
You said that you greeted her and she responded. What words did she use?
Well, why is that important?
Miss Frege, it's possible that someone used illusion magic that day. Every detail about the victim's interactions could be important.
Well, I bid her good morning, and she said good morning in response. Guten Morgen in response.
Did you see her enter the library?
I didn't, but there's not much else in that direction. From the testimony of Jan Hughes, we know that she later came from the library. Even if she didn't enter the library, she was still in that area for more than an hour.
How long did you leave your dorm room?
Only for a few minutes. I try not to let my breaks go for too long.
And you didn't see the professor again after your first encounter?
No, I did not. Her testimony seems pretty straightforward, but she could still be lying.
I'm honestly not sure. We'll just have to focus on her statements about how Bellwether acted.
The blackmail.
Yeah, I just couldn't find it. I couldn't remember which icon it was.
Objection!
That's you.
No, this is
Oh.
the failure.
Oh, would that? Why would that? But that is the thing.
Stinky.
Your Honor, Stinky.
Let's see.
Is click on her face, like the bellwether.
Which
History of bullying students. She used her position to curry favor. Maybe it's like her attitude seems like more than just a good morning if she's trying to. No. Maybe the oh my god.
Objection!
Well, it's a good thing we can let you do this forever.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it has nothing to do with the switch name.
Oh, I can go down.
right, there's more.
Plan?
Yeah, why not? Nope, never mind. Keep going. Is it the timing of it? No. Is it Academy map? Wait, can we look at the Academy map?
Yeah. Headmaster's office, library.
To the library, but where was she?
Here.
I guess she said foyer, right? But this is about, it's about how the attitude, but how is it gonna be?
Let's see. Maybe.
After that, she headed.
It has to be this one, right? The 3?
I mean, that's what we talked about.
Yeah. But what do I present?
What about Jan's testimony?
Jan's statement?
Objection!
Can't hurt.
Nope, not that one. Oh, we're so dumb. We're so stupid.
There's something. There's something we're missing.
We're missing something huge here.
Ruby time.
What about Miss Timoro? What the hell are you talking about?
What about you? You're not good at time.
You. We'll figure it out eventually. You know what? We're gonna. Let's find it out and then do this next time on B-Buds.
Okay.
And hopefully by then the trial will be over magically, and there's not a third day to this trial. Woo! Woo! We get to click everything. Do you press more on that? Can you press more on that?
We've done that one.
Is it like new dialogue that we just haven't pressed? For a few seconds. This is interactions are not what's important, but that is important. Okay, never mind.
I don't know.
Objection!
Mm-hmm.
Because we know this is where she's lying.
Yeah, because it was more. What does the autopsy say? Because it says 201, but that's...
Yeah, it does say 201. Doesn't hurt to...
But they didn't mention anything about it being 201 until...
Just where they said 207.
We don't have... Wait.
Can I view
Try the timing.
the timing? Where do I do the timing?
Scroll down. I think it's the bottom right. No, bottom right. That's timing. That's all.
Okay.
Objection!
I heard the
That
noise.
sounds like. Yeah. Okay. All right. See, I was like, I was talking about the timing the whole time. All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to B-Buds. I'm Yoshi.
And I'm glad we finally found it.
We found it. It was the timing. Just like if you'll see this amount of evidence that I'm not posting that. That's you.
Oh, Miss Frege, if I recall correctly, you have a habit of getting absorbed in your work. So much so that you'll even lose track of the time of day.
Yes, but what does that have to do with my testimony?
Earlier in today's proceedings, the prosecutor made the following argument.
Our first witness saw Bellwether leave the meeting with the headmaster. That would time this encounter around 1 p.m.
Miss Frege, if you had said good morning to the professor... Oh my god. Oh my god. You would have been mistaken. Because that encounter could have only happened during the afternoon.
And your point is... and your point is... You said it yourself, Mr. Cuthbert. The witness simply lost track of time.
What the witness said isn't what's important here. The significance is in what the professor said in response. She had just come out of a meeting that was scheduled for noon. She would be well aware that it is no longer morning,
And we
no
know it.
one has ever misspoken before.
And we know exactly what time of day it is now. Definitely. Because we know it in the moment.
So why would she respond, "Good morning"? Wouldn't she have corrected the witness?
Their encounter was extremely short, and the victim's mind may have been preoccupied. She could have easily responded to the witness without thinking. I'm going to be honest, I kind of agree with her. It's not hard to believe that they were both confused about the time. You stupid
It's definitely
idiot.
a stretch, but you still can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something. Every time you ask her about how Bellwether acted that day, the eye picks up something up. There has to be something here. Miss Frege, you haven't been entirely truthful in your testimony, have you?
That's absurd. What reason would I have to lie? It's such a small detail, why does he even care?
Every detail about how she acted is important, Miss Frege. What aren't you telling us?
Mr. Cuthbert, you have no basis to accuse the witness of perjury.
Yes, you will stop this at once. Miss Frege, you're lying about how Bellwether responded to your greeting, aren't you?
It doesn't make a difference. All she did was yell at me.
All she did was yell. Miss Frege, is it possible that Bellwether's response was less than friendly?
But what do you care? The difference doesn't make. Why is he being so persistent?
My job is to make sure every part of your testimony is truthful. Every detail matters, no matter how seemingly insignificant. Mr. Cuthbert, you will stop this, or I will find you in contempt. Oh fuck, don't do this to me.
Oh god, oh man.
The professor yelled at you, didn't she, Miss Frege?
So what if she did? Oh. I mean, oopsie.
I'm sorry, but there's no going back on what you just said. So, you do admit that she yelled at you?
Ugh, you impertinent little... Yes, I admit it. The professor didn't greet me back that day. This is my new flashback. It's starring me. Oh, good morning, Professor. Oh my god. Be quiet. Oh. Because it's the construct.
We are gonna have to investigate the headmaster's area.
What, investigate the headmaster's area? I think we know that there's a construct in the headmaster's area.
But they're gonna have to find the murder scene.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
She yelled at me to be quiet. But until then, we had always been nothing but courteous with each other. I don't know what got into her that day, but something put her in a foul mood. But that's it. Everything else I said was the truth. They'll believe me, right? I did see her come out of the headmaster's office and walk towards the library. That part is true.
So she wasn't lying about that.
So, is that all, Mr. Cuthbert?
Cuthbert. What do you mean, is that all?
You badgered this witness so you could prove what exactly?
The witness committed perjury.
The witness changed a small detail of her testimony, a detail that is inconsequential to the case. It was clearly an act with no malicious intent.
After seeing her thoughts, it's hard to disagree with that.
But you have a connection.
You were so sure that the eye would lead you somewhere. But Frege was only lying to save face.
The witness saw the victim leave the headmaster's office and head towards the library. Do you have any concrete evidence to refute that, Mr. Cuthbert?
No, I suppose I don't.
Well, wait, is this really okay? At this rate, this will be the only chance you have to cross-examine her.
I don't think she's lying anymore.
Neither do I.
And I was really pushing my luck earlier. If I continue pressing her, the judge might actually charge me with contempt. But if Miriam isn't the one that's lying, then... The defense has no further questions for the witness, Ms. Steelwind. The prosecutor stays silent for a while. She almost looks disappointed.
I'm disappointed. Very well. Miriam, you are dismissed. Humph. Zoom.
Miriam still looks
I'm
like
going to
she's-
teleport with my conjuration magic. Zoom.
Miriam still looks like she's fuming, but she leaves the room without protest. The judge breathes a sigh of relief as the young noble is escorted out of the room.
Now with that out of the way, what else do you have, Mr. Cuthbert?
Cuthbert! The only way to refute the prosecutor's theory is to cast doubt on one of the witnesses. If it wasn't Miriam, then... Steelwind, to test your theory, we must question every witness that saw the victim that day.
We have the testimony.
So,
We have the testimony.
with that said, the defense would like to call Jan Hughes to the stand.
I hope you understand, Mr. Cuthbert. Your entire case rests on the assumption that one of the witness accounts is incorrect. If your cross-examination of Mr. Hughes leads nowhere, then I hope you're ready to concede.
You don't like the sound of it, but she's right. Unless you can find something in Jan's testimony, you won't really have anything to disprove her theory.
You have an eyewitness account. Bailiff, please bring in Mr. Hughes. Oh, well... Witness, please state your name and occupation for the courtroom. Witness, name and occupation. Right. I was definitely awake. My name is Jan Hughes. I'm on the cleaning staff of the academy. Mr. Hughes, please testify to the court about your encounter with the professor that day. Sure. I saw her. I saw the professor when I was cleaning the West Wing hallways. It was about 20 to 30 minutes before the body was discovered. She walked by me, but she looked pretty out of it. I heard she was undead when this happened. Pretty creepy if you ask me. After that, she went into the empty classroom.
Well, that was straightforward.
Come on, Jan, what are we supposed to do with that? I don't know. You guys are the lawyers.
So fair, Jan.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
How are you so sure that it was 30 minutes before?
I always check the time to make sure I'm on schedule with my watch. I was supposed to finish cleaning the halls by 3 p.m.
Right, the body was discovered at 3:04.
What was the professor like, Mr. Hughes? She walked by me, but she looked pretty out of it.
Did anything else look off about her?
I mean, yeah, she was an undead after all.
That remains to be proven.
If you say so.
Anyways, what was her demeanor like?
She looked like she was in a bad mood. Either that, or she was tired. But I guess she was just dead inside. Literally. Oh my god,
Dude
we
does
already...
not give a shit. I believe you've forgotten a few details about what the professor did.
Yeah? Sorry, it's hard to remember these things sometimes.
Which details should you ask him about?
Did she touch anything?
Did she touch anything?
Oh yeah! She punched me in the face. She murdered herself. She knocked over a vase and shattered it. It might have been an accident, but she's done stuff like that on purpose before.
This detail could be extremely important. Please add it to your testimony, Mr. Hughes.
Whatever you say, man. After
I-
that, she went into the... which is pretty creepy because she knocked over a vase. Nope, this is the same... Oh my god. Yeah.
Did you hear her make any sounds?
Oh yeah! After she knocked over the vase, she yelled at me to be quiet. But I didn't even say anything.
This detail could be extremely important. Please add it to your testimony, Mr. Hughes.
Whatever you say, man.
Did you see anyone else enter that classroom?
I'm honestly not sure. I wasn't paying much attention to her. I did think it was weird that she went in there. With that funky smell, I can't think of why anyone would go there willingly.
Right, the headmaster's mistake put a rancid smell in that room.
He's not giving us a lot to work with, except that one thing that makes sure we know it's not a zombie.
He tends to leave out details unless we directly ask him about it. I just need to ask him the right questions. Maybe we can pull more information out of him. Oh, we didn't get a testimony from...
We did. It was, I think, it's the shadowy figure. Because that's what he saw.
I meant a testimony from Miriam. I
Oh,
was thinking
no.
maybe we could present it to they said the same thing. But
No.
let's see. Zombie.
Does it say something in the testimony that we are presenting
She
evidence?
said something. So.
GL to me, yeah. Okay, you're good. I just want to make sure. Spells? Because not revive. Animate corpse. Can't speak. Sorry, can't speak. We'll just do it. We gotta go.
Wait, we need to see what's illusory disguise.
We know illusory disguise.
But does it say they can do? Okay, purely visual.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
making
visual.
sure.
Objection!
Mr. Hughes, you said that Bellwether yelled at you. What were her exact words?
I think she yelled at me to be quiet. What? I thought it was weird. I didn't even say anything, but I know better than to talk back to her. She's thrown me across the room once before, teleported me to another country, had
That's
to get back.
normal. That's normal, Mr. Hughes. But that's the thing, Hughes. The prosecution's theory is as such. The professor was murdered in the library and was reanimated using animate corpse. With a quick illusion spell, no one would notice that she was undead. However, if what you saw was truly the undead Bellwether, how did she speak to you?
Huh? I really don't care. This doesn't make any sense.
Mr. Hughes, undead can follow simple orders, but they didn't have the intelligence to don't have the intelligence to speak. They also didn't.
Perhaps the witness was mistaken. No, I'm sure I heard her yell at me. I remembered because what she said didn't make any sense.
Exactly. He didn't say anything, but she still yelled at him to be quiet. Wait a minute. I'm afraid I don't understand. We've already established that the victim was dead long before her encounter with Mr. Hughes. But if what he saw wasn't an undead, what was it?
It had to be an undead. What other explanation is there? Oh my god, just let us put it together. I don't...
It couldn't have been a major illusion. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been able to shove Jan out of the way or knock over the vase.
Minor illusion. It's just normal illusion.
Whatever it was, someone probably used illusory disguise to make it look like Bellwether. Does that mean it was a person?
No, it has her voice.
No. If it was a person, how did Bellwether's body end up in the lecture hall? Bellwether wouldn't have been able to turn herself invisible if she was dead.
Thought her felt invisible and someone else invisible.
And whatever Jan saw, it needed to be something that could have transported Bellwether's body unseen. He would have also needed to have a mass and the ability to speak. What created Bellwether's voice? Or at the very least, it needs to be something that can recreate Bellwether's voice. What could have done that? That's it.
Objection to be...
Do you have an answer for us, Mr. Cuthbert? What did the witness actually see? Your Honor, the witness didn't actually hear the dead victim speaking. What he actually heard was her voice being recreated using magic.
Are you trying to say that her voice was recreated using a spell?
Not a spell, Steelwind. It was artificery.
Artificery.
And whoever the murderer is, they had the perfect piece of artificery available to them. One programmed with Catherine Bellwether's voice.
Oh, you can't possibly mean...
That's right, Steelwind. What Mr. Hughes saw was an arcane construct. An arcane construct? Think of it as a magically animated suit of armor, Your Honor.
Oh, but
But we ruled out such a possibility, hadn't we? God? Construct or not, no one could disguise themselves and carry the body to the classroom. A person wouldn't have been able to do it. But arcane constructs are a different thing entirely. Those suits of armor are extremely large, but more importantly, they're hollow. I see. That means, theoretically, someone could have placed the victim's body inside of it. The arcane construct wouldn't just transport the body. With an illusory disguise, it would also confuse and mislead anyone who saw it.
Oh, because anyone saw it.
Me, even.
Objection. I commend your deduction, Mr. Cuthbert. I would have never considered that possibility. It's certainly plausible, but what does this prove exactly?
It proves that the body wasn't animated using necromancy. My client isn't the murderer.
The defendant is still capable of performing all the acts that you described. His compendium contains illusory disguise, after all.
There were several students in the library that day. Any of them could have committed the murder.
One might come to that conclusion if they didn't have one crucial piece of evidence. I'd like to present a new piece of evidence to the court.
From under her table, you see Miss Steelwind pull out the bloody rapier. Blood. Is that...
Yes, Your Honor. This is the murder weapon. God,
I've had it all along.
If only she said the same thing twice before and after she got to the library. Oh my god. Oh, she was saving that for the perfect moment, wasn't she? We have to find the record logs from the construct. I hate this. This is gonna take forever. This rapier was reported stolen by Miriam Frege weeks before the murder. And during the investigation, it was finally found in the defendant's locker.
Wait!
He was clearly trying to use one of her possessions in a paltry attempt to frame her. Why, he even stole her locker's nameplate and placed it over his.
Damn it, that's not what happened. Thanks, voice! I knew it! But honestly, it sounds more plausible than what really took place.
We're basically back to square one, aren't we? We're back to another 6 episodes. Anyone could have told that construct to do all those things.
Wait, anyone? Is that really true? The construct transported the professor's body, and someone used an illusion to make it look like her.
Please, 15-minute wrap-up.
They even used a pre-recorded voice to make the illusion more convincing.
Ordered the construct to hide the body. Could anyone have done that?
Present.
It's something to do with changed the voice lines, changed or adjusted, or is it?
I mean, maybe it's this one again.
If we can, yeah.
Do you think?
What was the exact thing? The exact question?
Who ordered
the construct?
Oh, maybe
we
profile
probably...
and just choose them.
Just choose it, yeah.
Several memories flood back to you. Mr. Hughes, you said here in the past that Bellwether yelled at you.
This was like 5 minutes ago.
What were her exact words?
I think she yelled at me to be quiet. She yelled at me to be quiet. But until then, we always been nothing but courteous with each other. I don't know what got into her that day, but something put her in a foul mood. Oh, right, when she was crossing over. Be quiet. Sorry. If that's
in
you.
the past.
Oh, wait. Did she pass by in the middle? Oh, because we've tossed over the thing.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't. It was a question mark.
It was a question mark.
It was a question mark.
It absolutely was.
Be quiet.
Eris begins giggling. She seems amused by what's happening.
I almost came into...
The constructed voice is just a series of pre-recorded messages.
I thought it was another student.
It was a construct.
No,
A different construct.
no, I thought it was another student.
That's why she's explaining it now.
No, that was before. When she
don't know.
ordered the construct.
I don't know. It's
That
been
was
too
before
long.
when she
It's
ordered.
been too long
They
in real
switched
life.
a different flashback to when she ordered the construct
Oh
to do
my God,
something.
kill me.
It's been yesterday, literally, well, they came in real life. But when they was be quiet, we didn't know who said that, and they didn't say that was a construct.
Yeah.
It was just a be quiet at whatever.
I'm not sure if you know this.
Or I'm losing my mind. One of us is.
Yeah. But it uses the voice of Professor Bellwether. Unfortunately, you can't make them say anything other than what's recorded. Only the headmaster can change those settings. In the past. No, it couldn't be him. It can't
Well, if
be
she
him.
has like meta knowledge,
Yeah.
apparently they're
She's
leading
actually
to.
speaking to us.
We're not doing that voice for the whole thing. Where I refuse. What is it, Tyrion? Don't do that voice. It takes so long to say anything. Did you figure something out?
I did. But is he seriously the one behind all of this? Miss Steelwind, earlier you said that my client could have orchestrated this entire ruse, but that's simply not true.
How so? Anyone could have ordered the construct to carry the victim's body.
Yes, but not everyone can change what the constructs are able to say. Only one individual has the credentials for that. Theodore Redmond, headmaster of the Imperial Academy.
Oh my god!
I'm actually part of
my
the plan
God.
to get him kicked out.
Wait, you're not serious, are you? You think the headmaster did all this?
I don't want to believe it. He's so nice. But he's the only person who could have done it.
That's completely ridiculous. Headmaster Redmond would never do something like this.
Ms. Steelwind, there's one common element between each of the witnesses' encounters with Bellwether. It's what Bellwether said to them.
Oh, she yelled at both of them to be quiet.
Miriam Frege was particularly surprised. She had a good reputation with the professor.
Relationship.
Yes, that word. I'm trying to go very quickly. But when greeted by the professor, Bellwether just shouted at her, almost as if the professor was responding indiscriminately. And recall her encounter with Jan Hughes. The professor knocked over a vase and shouted at him to be quiet immediately after, even though he hadn't said anything.
She was responding to the sound of the vase breaking.
Now let me ask you this, Steelwind. Where did Bellwether come from before she encountered Miss Frege and Mr. Hughes?
Her meeting.
With the headmaster.
Oh, meeting with the headmaster. Why are we here? I don't understand why we're here, actually.
Slap! God. It appears that the defense truly means to indict Theodore Redmond. If so, God, we have no choice
No!
but to take a brief recess
No!
until he can be brought here.
I guess it's only been 20 minutes.
There's no need.
Oh, wait, yes. I mean, but also...
We can hope. I mean, obviously you didn't say it. That would be really funny if they did. Yeah, I killed him.
It would be really funny if they brought out the headmaster. Yep, that was me.